Okay everyone, if you don't know, my name is Nick. I live in the Catskills, that's upstate New York. I do a lot of working on the truck videos, in this case working on a car video in the shop. That's pretty much what I do, talk about tools. That's basically where this channel has gone. Sometimes every once in a while I do some construction on my house videos, but most of the time now it's working on cars. I'll link to some of the videos that I've done in the description. I have a Ram 2500 2021 that I've done probably 60 videos on. I've done a whole bunch of stuff to it. You can see this new piece of junk. Got a revolving door of pieces of junk also that I work on. This is not a piece of junk. This is 2024 Subaru Forester. This is my wife's new car, and she's already crashed it. she backed over a couple of full garbage cans. That'll do it. Had to be full, and she broke this tail light on the liftgate. Let me catch you over here and we'll take a look at this thing. Alright, you can see right here, just the clear part was cracked and it's just on the liftgate. Now you might see this shape and you might be saying, hey, it looks exactly like the previous generation. Well, it's interesting because this being the first year of the 6th generation Forester, I didn't think it was the same. Now I don't know for sure, but it looks exactly like the 5th generation. I got a new. I figured, hey, let's just go right to Subaru. I'm not going to try and get a used one. It's not worth it. What if I get a 2023 and it doesn't fit? Whatever. Plus, it's a brand new car. So I went right to Subaru. I figured they were going to nail me for $500 for this thing, with tax $270. And I had to drive an hour to get it. But I tell you what, surprising. It's very surprising that this thing was only $270 with tax. Really, really awesome. How do we get the thing out? No clue. So let's open this liftgate up and see what we're dealing with here. There's a plastic piece right here. Does this thing just come off, or it's got to be clips? So let's get a plastic panel popper. It actually kind of looks like it goes like this. Yep. One thing I'm going to give you a tip on taking off panels like this is that go very, very slow. Give it little jiggles, give it little tugs. Never try and force it. Even if you think you know what's going on, just go very slow. I bet you this thing is $90 to replace. You don't want to replace that. Alright, yes. Yep, that's it. Alright, let me zoom you out and I'll show you what's going on with this thing. They're all just snap-ins. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's going to be 2 where the tail light is. And obviously 5 on the rest. There's white ones and blue ones. No clue why they're different colors. Alright, you can see right here 2 nuts. This is what's holding on the light. And that little plastic piece, I wouldn't call it little, but here's a hole here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the 7. Oh, you know what's interesting? There's a little panel right here. A little access panel. Ah! Wouldn't you know it? So there's a panel right here. Clearly, obviously there's a panel because we have lights. This bulb is still good. So there's another nut in here. And it's not going to work with just a deep socket, so you need an extension. Okay, so 3 nuts. There's like a bolt here. No way you're getting that. You have to remove this whole thing. I know what to do. Duh. Let's look at the new light. Yeah, this isn't easy. Why you gotta make me take apart this entire thing? Wow. You gotta take apart. Oh. Gotta take off body panels. This job cannot be done without these plastic panel poppers. This is is where you got to start to slow down just a hair and make sure you don't do any damage. You know, for instance, I would have done some damage right there if I didn't slow down. There's a screw here. Yep. Wow, this is a good one. Jesus. So I want to show you this thing. I got it out. There's a screw head here. And before you mess with anything, you need to unscrew this thing, but you need to hold this part. So what happens is that when this thing is really screwed in tight and you try and undo this, it'll turn the entire thing. So you need to make sure you're unscrewing this and this not moving. What I did was, I don't know if you can really see, I put a razor blade, a mat knife, right into this. And I turned this and it just popped it out enough. Let's hope that was worth something. Well, I think it was. I know what tool we need. Oh, come in here. Don't ask me how I know about this tool. Oh, yeah. All right, we got a little wedge in there. And now if you look, and look at that. See those two right there? Let me see if I can focus in on them. There we go. Ugh, why these exist, I don't know. And I don't think that that's really the end of it. I actually think we need to remove a piece of the liftgate. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Let's get these out first. All right, now let's look. I'm fairly certain this is not going to do anything. Like it's not, this is not the end. Nope. All right, so let's get this tool out of here. You need a little push little thing like this, see this? I think this whole thing is loose, but is that there's a little round part that this, I'm gonna have to pull, can you believe this? We gotta pull a body panel off to get to this thing. Definitely don't want to break this thing. This is gonna be more than 250 plus stacks. It's honestly, I've done this on the Ram, and like, it's like one of the scariest things you can do is pop these stupid things off. You want to be very careful you don't scratch your car with the studs that are sticking out. Don't forget, you got metal studs sticking out. To get this thing back in. So here it is. This piece. Yeah, so that white piece plugs into here. And you got to come at it from this side with a panel popper. Pop it out. All right, so let's see if we can get this new one in here. Well, this thing just moved. So there's no tension on these anymore. Well, that's nice. Oh, it is moving. Look at that. Yep. All right, so all this underneath here, yeah, well, okay. Good thing we looked at this. On the new one, you're going to get this white plug, but that's it. You need to take off this from the old one. I thought this was going to be the easiest freaking thing in the world. It is not the easiest thing in the world. It is far from the easiest thing in the world. But my wife's going to Florida with my son, and this thing's got to get changed. She's going with her best friend Christine. So it's it's my wife, her best friend Christine, right, in a Subaru. Okay, you hear where I'm going with this? with my son, who's got hair down to his butt. They got a New York plate, and they're going to Florida. Think they're going to get pulled over? Oh, and Christine's Asian, just to add a little extra to it. Pulled over instantly as soon as they crossed over the border. Just using another. Scared the hell out of me. All right. Wow. Okay. Jeez. That should do it. I'm not even going to try and test the. I was going to try and. You know what? Let's do it anyway. I got the old one here. I just wouldn't want to. Yeah. Oh, way easy. With these little blow up, you can't really see it. With those blow up bags, makes life really easy. Unless you want to take off the entire thing. So remember this piece right here. Right? This piece goes into that yellow clip. Well, the yellow female. Yeah, very simple to do when this thing's pulled out enough. You do not need to detach this whole thing, clearly, and you don't need to detach the whole back, but you definitely need to at least pull it away halfway. There it is. All right, so that white one snaps into the yellow, holds it there. And now everything else can be done from the inside. Let's let the air out. Things are awesome. I'll link to them in the description. Okay. Now, they should be lined up pretty good here. Just gonna giving little taps. That's it. When you take the whole thing off, then you might have an alignment issue. But good. Should have made my wife do this. I need to upgrade my socket wrenches. Weird screw thing back in. Remember, the screw's got to be undone. Getting this thing back in is a nightmare as well. Come on, baby. So this piece goes like this. There it is. Seems like everything's tight. Oh, nope. One little snap right here is not tight. We're all good there. And then if we hear any weird noises, nope. All right. Holy moly. This is a job. If you're going to break a taillight, break this outside. I don't think this one is that hard. I shouldn't say anything, but I think this is just a standard taillight to take out. When you start messing with this liftgate, wow. We had to take out two small panels. We had to take out a painted panel. Well, not take it out, but half take it out. We had to take out half of the underside panel. These things are very, very helpful. I mean, maybe if you had some foam or something, you could jam in there. But these things, these air pump wedges, very, very helpful. I mean, these things are awesome. I'll link to these in the description, and I'll link to the panel popper kit for the 9 millionth time. All right, everyone. Holy crow. I gotta eat some dinner. Who's driving by? I live in the middle of nowhere, so when somebody drives by the house, who's that? How dare you drive by my house? You got to do this job. I wish you good luck. Go very slow with this sort of stuff, this painted stuff. Go very, very slow. Okay, everyone. Catch you later.